has that kind of infrastructure in place where they can just
Trying to just.
print out all those T-shirts. They'll have to.
Oh, they're trying. No, see, like if Kings of Urban wanted to win more fan votes, they don't need T-shirts. They need foam hats. They need foam hats.
All lined
Was
up,
that-
ready to go.
Was that a pun or was that
It
an
was.
accident?
It was starting to move.
I'll put them a tiny bit up, but let me know if they're too loud when I'm talking, because you need to be able to hear me over the casters, or it just sounds chaotic.
At the perfect time.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
But here we go. We've got the map picks in. We'll have the lobby info.
What
here,
up,
guys.
Jesse?
We're gonna
How you
get
doing,
this
man?
Started up.
How
We
you
know
doing?
who you think is gonna win. Mock it EU, but that's
Oh.
just the voters. Let's get some chat reinforcement, guys.
So James thought
If you
King
think
Mako
Mock It
would
EU is
win.
gonna win. Maybe just do
And-
PJ. That's a good one. And then
Oh,
for
he's
Kings of
asking for
Urban, just the
chat
Bible
emotes. Oh
thumb.
my goodness, what on earth?
If you think again, Mock
That's
It is
pretty good,
gonna
actually.
win, do that PJ Salt.
That's
If
pretty
you
good.
think Kings of
I
Urban,
approve.
Some Bible thumb. I want to see that in the chat.
Bible thump, Bible thump,
I'm
Bible
sure
thump.
It will just be a lot of Bible thumbs because that is the best emote out there.
No, it's mostly salt. Salt, yeah.
So we'll get that going, guys, in just a moment.
It's
We've
actually
got
evening
Kings
out.
of Urban
I swear people
versus
just vote
Mock
on
It EU.
polls. They vote
We have
the
the
loser
info. We will
to
be
try and
getting
make it
started
like
very
more
shortly,
interesting.
So you have about maybe 30 seconds to grab.
I mean, running into this, I thought Maki you were going to win it, because they beat Weeding Girls in PPL, albeit their Weeding Girls were using a
Dude,
sub,
there's so
Dogu,
many salts in chat
your
right
your
now.
teammate Jesse.
A lot of salts.
But they also won Gfinity against
So we're
Kapow
getting
4-0. King
You
Maki,
have
you
the
were
lobby
crushing
up.
it.
We'll hop in here. See if the players are in. If we have some time.
Yeah, the chat, you can't see the chat because you can see my chat. You can't see the stream chat, but I can, and it's like the vast majority is salt.
Real talk.
That was an underused overlay right there.
I almost
Underused
almost
overlay.
picked teams again.
Oh, get
That
rid of
was
that.
devastating. When I did that at the RLCS finals, like on stream in front of like 21,000 people, I accidentally joined a team and we had to stop and quit the game and
He
remake. It
really?
scared
James
the
joined a
crap
team by
out of me.
mistake?
It was a
No way.
horrific experience.
That's pretty funny. Which team did he join?
Oh, I've got. Let's see. So
And why did they have to
fun.
remake
My
it?
buddy Matt was at
How did
PAX.
that happen?
Matt
Surely
Moss
he can
is
just leave before
a
countdown starts, right?
friend of ours, Toan?
Or is that like in the
He's such
rules
a
that if a
pro
caster
player.
accidentally joins, they have to
Flattery.
restart?
Oh my
Ladder.
goodness, we have some tweets. Ignore that
Okay.
word.
We have some
We'll
tweets.
get to the tweets later. We have.
Please.
I know.
We have some
My
tweets.
bad.
Well done, James. Well done.
So we-
James is on fire this cast. He's absolutely on fire.
Goodness, that didn't happen on
It's
stream.
sad.
But we have it here, guys. Mock It EU versus Kings of Urban. Game
We have some
one.
teats. Oh, I
We are
nearly
going to
spilled
go
my
on board
coffee.
with Pashy from Mock It EU, as he is their 1v1 scrappy player.
Scrappy
We
player.
got a assault by
He is pretty
Sicky.
scrappy.
Jacob gets the stop.
Alright, so James is
Jacob's
doing
trying
the
to
play-by-play
get up
and
and
Mason
make
is doing the
that
color
block
casting.
happen.
I've never
He
heard Mason
does.
cast before.
But Pashy hits it right over to Sniper.
He seems pretty chill though. I
It
like
does
chill
look like they
casts.
have a
I know some
sub
people prefer
instead
mega hype casts. I
of
like a chill
Firebird, they are
cast.
using Sniper.
Oh, of
Unless
course,
that
Kings
is
of Urban is
Firebird.
sniper. All the more reason to expect Mokiyu to win comfortably.
I don't know. I think we typically see Fireburner and Adominus, so if it is
Yes, I
Fireburner,
think
you
it-
possibly maybe switch cars, but I'm used to seeing Fireburner and
It is
Adominus.
sni- it's
with
gotta
the-
be
with the
Sniper
hat. I
Kid.
think
Of course
there's
it's
no
Sniper
hat
Kid,
in
come
it.
on. Of course
It's
it's...
got to be Sniper.
Ah, it's the
Bump,
Fireburner.
pow,
He's
another
using
top 14
Sniper's
right
car,
beside
name,
Interesting
and
to see.
colors.
But now we've got Jacob
Incredible.
forcing the issue.
Before this, they played
Right,
like
that
for the
tap
whole
on
week
net.
with
All three
Turbo.
players back from
Mokiyu
Mock,
had
a long
played
clear from
a
Sicky.
couple of events with Turbo. They played Gfinity. This is
Sniper
this Sunday. This is
does
international
get the
finals
hit.
on Sunday.
Jacob gonna follow it up.
Which
Gets
was
that out to the
on
mid. Sniper's gonna get a touch, but he just
the-
went up too far. And oh,
Oh man. That
The-
was a dangerous situation that you saw. Junior in there.
28th
Literally
of
ball,
May,
last man back,
I believe.
really scary if you're on
So
defense.
Friday
You're on the
before
mid,
that,
but
they won
not only get
Gfinity,
the touch ball,
Mokiyu
you
did.
gotta clear
They
it far
just
away
swept
from the middle
Gfinity.
of the field, or else
And
someone's gonna come
then
in and
Saturday
jam
immediately after, they
it.
won the
He did a
Pulsar
pretty good
Premier
job of
League.
at least
They beat Weedham Girls in the
putting a
final.
body in front of the ball and just making himself a wall.
But the absence of
Now
Flipside kind of left
we've
it
got
just up to Weedham
Kings of
Girls and
Urban on the
Mokiyu to
assault.
fight it out, and
Keeping it
Mokiyu
in
had the better of them
Marcus
with Turbo.
area. And now Sniper is going for the long clear.
Seems
Does
definitely just
get it past
feeling each other
Turbo.
out right now.
Jacob
They're
and
feeling
Sad
out
are
the
gonna have
tweets.
something to work with here. 2 versus 2.
James
A
is
pass to
absolutely
Sad.
correct.
Sad
Great
goes for
pass
the
by
shot. He's gonna
Jacob.
get a
This should
double
be a
tap
goal.
off the
Yeah.
backboard, but
It should-
Pashy
well,
shuts it down.
I think Sad crept up a
Yeah,
little bit too
really,
close
really
there.
easy play
Like
by Pashy. Those are such
he
dangerous
maybe
situations
expected the
because you know
pass
that ball
not
is
to
about
be
to
so
come straight in front of the
central.
net, make it really easy for
If he just sat a little bit further back, he would have been able to hit that further down and faster. How you doing, Cormac D, by the way? How you doing?
The crossbar. So great job by Pashy right there.
Good defense.
It's a good wide rotation by Pesci there. That's really good. That he like rotates all the way around the back of the goal. Just putting as much of the pitch in front of him as possible, so that he's not going to get caught out by any ball going over his head. It's really important to do that, especially if you're the furthest man back for your team to rotate wide. Oh, I was hoping he would do it again. Okay, that was bad by Pesci. He just cut in front of Turbo for some reason. It's not always bad to do that if you come across your goal line with momentum and just, you know, clear it to the side so that your goalkeeper can just chill if your goalkeeper doesn't have a good quality hit. But I don't think that one was a good one by Pesci. It didn't look like he had a good hit. Turbo had it covered.
But now possession for Kings of Urban.
You're on a golf course at the moment. Dude, that's awesome. Is it good weather? It's pretty awesome weather. I've got my windows open, and I'm in Scotland, so that's very impressive stuff. Well done, sunshine and weather.
But good pressure coming out from both sides as we're still scoreless with under 2 minutes left in this game.
So it's really weird to see Kings of Urban without Fireburner being able to defend so well, except for the fact that we have Mokiyu, perhaps an even more defensively oriented Mokiyu than the original roster with Mystic, because Turbo is a more defensive player than Mystic, I would say. He's got really, really good hard clears, very good positioning.
They both seem to be
tries to keep himself relevant.
Getting good rotations out and putting some
well, good use of the wall there by Turbo, and again. Oh, is he going to get the third touch? That was nearly a third touch by Turbo.
This could be dangerous. No one went up to challenge.
21 degrees Celsius in Ireland? That's great, perfect. Oh, my eyes.
Oh, that's going to be it! Pesci sneaks it in!
I just, right as this happened, I had to itch my eye. Well done by Pesci, well done. Somebody should really be intercepting that from Kings of Urban. I don't know what happened to the Kings of Urban. I'm actually going to watch it back because I didn't do it justice. Closing my eyes. Literally closing my eyes. Right, let's watch it from here, see what happened. Without closing my eyes this time.
This could be dangerous. No one went up to challenge
Jacob's in the net. Sad's queued up behind Jacob in the net. This is the mistake.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
That's so bad by Sad Jr. All he has to do is hang about at the back post and not drive into the net, because queuing up behind your teammate in the net is criminal. He should be sent to jail for that, because all he has to do is park outside of the net, and as soon as Pesci tries to do that double touch air dribble, or no, double touch like aerial off the wall, Sad Jr. can just turn to the left, drive up the wall, and clear it before Pesci has any chance of making that shot. So that's just a huge misplay by Sad Jr. not using the wall like he's supposed to. He just queued up behind his teammate in the goal, which is not what you're supposed to do. It's almost never correct to make a little traffic jam in the goal.
Gonna try to move this up the side, gets the pass out into the mid, right for Turbo. Turbo puts it high.
Turbo making the mistake Sad Jr. made earlier, just getting a little bit too close to the box. As you saw, he didn't need to be that close to win the race to the ball comfortably. He would have comfortably beat any defender to that ball, even if he was outside the box to begin with. He didn't need to be inside the box, giving himself a difficult angle. I have seen the new cars. They look pretty cool. I like them. It's good that we're seeing more cars from the original game.
This could be it. If that goes in, Turbo gets the stuff. And Sniper's going to have to keep this ball in the air, and that is still up. This is impossible.
You tried to put it in. Good try by Sniper.
Get it into his own net. And there we have it. Game 1 going to Mocket EU. Coming out.
Of course, Sad Jr. was running with the name Booby Man in the knockout stage of this tournament. I did get to cast the knockout stage of this very tournament live on Sunday. And then we swapped out the casters. We swapped out the casters a few times. It was actually quite good. I really enjoyed that. Just, you know, subbing in for a little bit, doing casting some games, then subbing back out. Because it gets very exhausting to cast, like, for a long time.
Their team name coming from their favorite map and their favorite car. But Cosmic also one of the newer...
I'm really not a fan of Cosmic, by the way. I'm really not a fan. The goal is so small. The goal in Cosmic is tiny. It's like a minuscule little goal.
In the group stage, it's just such a difficult map to score on because the goal is so tiny.
Well spotted by Mason.
Up and feeds into the net. If you're down on the lower level, it effectively cuts off about the lower half of the goal for yourself as well. So really accurate shots are called for. And it's just, you often see, you know, games go to OT because neither team is able to convert at all.
It's a good point about the lower ramp in front of the net, because when the ball rolls forward at the net, it will hit the front edge and go over the crossbar, which is, like Mason said, lower than the regular height. You can actually hit the crossbar with the nose of your car by jumping twice. Just do a double jump with no boost and you can touch the crossbar with your nose. It's so small, really, really small goal.
I personally have not spent very much time
And of course, the ramp leading up to it just makes it even harder to score. Because ground shots are difficult to do, and it just makes it really difficult to approach the goal, like from the center of the field. Like, you see a lot of goals in the regular map where somebody will center the ball, and then another player comes from the middle of the field and just, you know, goes straight in and aerials or takes a shot from the center. But that's really difficult in this map because of the ramp. It makes getting up from the ground to the ground floor to the upper floor very difficult.
Keep it out.
Casting makes you stiff. James likes his play-by-play, but he has to do the color casting for.
What a surprise! That net was wide
Notice the panic right there. I didn't see who it was, but somebody from KOU. Like, the ball was in front of the net, but nobody was anywhere near it for KOU. And then somebody just soft cleared it to the side because they were so afraid of the ball being that close to their net. When it would have been far better to just keep the ball close to them. They're just getting pressured right here because they keep hitting the ball away. This is better now. Jacob trying to control it. Actually take KOU players out of the game with a 50-50 or an outplay.
A low-scoring game, but that is an opportunity. Sicky does get back in time. And again, this defensive positioning up on the ledge. Going to result likely in a low
just chilling in the net. Sicky loves to chill in the net, and he's probably feeling very comfortable in Cosmic.
Players just struggling to try and get
a bit of love from Sad Jr. and Pashy. Pashy's trying to escape, but Sad Jr. is really hungry for love. He is going for it. That was nearly a really nice pass by Sad.
So communication's got to be on point with your other players.
One thing that's noteworthy about Cosmic is the curvature of the roof above the goal is far deeper than the regular map. So I feel like the best way to score is just to launch the ball above the net, right there, hit that curve, because it's very difficult to defend those.
In order to get a goal, you're going to have a pretty good passing play and have players committed up. Both these teams leaving too many players back. They won't concede a goal with that strategy, but they will also almost never score. So we're going to have to see a little bit more commitment on the attacks by these teams.
Oh, sorry.
If they hope to get one in.
Sorry about that.
It's really important to follow your
I'll try not to alt-tab.
Especially on this map. Like you say, players seem to tend to play this map a little bit more passively because they are concerned about long clears potentially leading to goals.
I don't think it's so much that teams are playing it passively by choice. They just kind of have to, because it's so difficult to set up any goals. The goal is just so small.
Really good center or really good lob. And it just hasn't been happening, and that's why you send to go into overtime with 0 goals on both sides.
Oh, this is a chance we've got right now. Jacob, just versus Turbo, gonna try to get that pass in. Does get it over.
That was so risky by Turbo to rush that ball.
Proving to be incredibly
it's a big chance though.
Turbo does get a shot.
It's a really good shot.
Almost
not good enough though.
Some magic happen.
It's so crazy to see players get bunched up just around this tiny goal.
Oh!
Jacob!
Was that? That wasn't a save. That was just really unfortunate.
That would have been a really impressive goal, getting it past 2 defenders as well in the process.
Like, the only game I casted in Cosmic finished off 0-0 and went 5 minutes OT, still 0-0, then we had 1 goal. Like, it was just a lucky goal. I was like, well, this map's rubbish. I don't like it at all. I want the goal to be far bigger. The goal should be bigger than a regular map if they want to make it so difficult to score with adding terrain around the goal. Why is the goal smaller? Oh!
Oh my goodness!
What a pass by Sad, though.
Intentional or not by Kings of Urban.
Oh, this is intentional. That's intentional. That's fully intentional.
Oh,
Beautiful play by Sad. Yeah, James realizes now.
Really heads up by Sad Jr. to read his teammates. A little bit of a touch.
That was fantastic play by Jacob.
Great job by KOU.
Fantastic play.
Deserved that goal.
They were fighting uphill.
You know, James, I'm not even going to edit that alt-tab when I put this video through post-production. That alt-tab is going on YouTube. I don't care. Don't even care. Hello, YouTube. I love you.
On this map, we'll see if Kings of Urban can keep it going.
Get up.
Backboard opportunity for Sad. Sad launches
like,
way
why?
off the edge.
Maybe I'd like a boost or something. I feel like ramping up is adding difficulty to that shot instead of just jumping.
Urban victory in this game.
Yeah, I mean, with this map, if you go up a goal, it, in a sense, almost feels like your victory is secured because it is
It's
so
a good point
hard
by
to
Mason.
score. Oh, but
Park the
look at
bus.
that passion.
Just park the bus in the
Forgot
goal,
it.
and the bus fills the
Barely
goal. You
missing
can't
the top
actually
corner
score
net.
because the
That would've
bus
been
is
very
bigger than the
impressive.
goal itself.
Yeah, the net is just so small. That it seems tiny. Just
I feel like you can get rebounds if you use the
it's so hard to get in. And
the
there we
curvature
have it,
above
4
the goal.
seconds.
It's just so hard
Coming
to
down,
set
this
up
is
from the
gonna be
midfield
it.
though.
As Kings of
Because
Urban,
the
maybe they
terrain
get another
really,
one from Sad
really
Junior
disrupts
right off
everything.
the wall, pinching that one in.
Just insults to injury here, but this was a great
The
little
bump
double play by
from
Sad.
Turbo.
Carry it all the way at the field and then just tap it in again. Look at the double.
It's a
tap
good
off
finish.
of the wall.
It's a bit
Well-deserved victory.
meaningless though. They'd already won the game, probably.
I feel like we've seen.
Easy for Sad Junior, and there you have it. Kings of Urban actually tying this one up.
Oh, of course. They actually got a win on EU servers.
Region change, as we get
Why would
on
Mucky
the
pick that
EU
map? It
servers,
doesn't make
but
any sense.
Mason,
Why would Mucky do
What
that?
did you see? What's your opinion first of the Cosmic map?
Okay, I would hate to be trying to play defense. I can fully understand why players tend to hang back on that map because they're afraid of long clears, but what you saw with that little redirect touch pass by Sad Junior, imagine if you were the goalie in net. Part of your vision is obscured because of the ramp. And you
That's
see
a
the
good
ball
point. That's a
traveling
very good point by
vector,
Mason.
all of a sudden it changes
That he can't
and
see
you have a
that.
player
He can't really
following
see
up
that
with
play
shot.
developing. That's
It's
a very
so
good point.
hard to defend that as a goalie. I can't even imagine.
10 out of
how
10.
spinning from that
10 out of
pass
10.
play. It was crazy.
That's a really good point by
You
Mason.
really do have to make that pass
And
play
James
happen.
just showing off all of
Otherwise,
his
it's just people
Rocket
sitting in
League
net. It's
gear.
not like,
I wish I had some of this.
A really great placement shot will
I
go
really
in
wish I had
because
some
the
of
net
this.
is so small. Like even with no boost, we tested it out. With no boost, you can double jump and hit the top.
Oh, yeah.
Of the
I said this
crossbar
earlier as
on
well.
that map. So it's such a defensible map that just a standard shot on net is not.
James falling into the trap I always make where I'm mixing up defense and defensible.
Really
I'm
heads
like,
up play by Kings
Oh,
of Urban.
I say
that's the
defense
type of
usually,
you're
but
gonna
I have to say
for Kings.
defense to
You'll
not sound
actually
like
see
I'm
them going all out
contradicting
'cause
my co-caster who's
they'll-
usually
They'll
American.
be tempted to just sit in net
Mason's
to
showing off
try to
his
force it
neon
overtime,
computer, but
again,
James, on the
you'll
other hand, with the
never
neon lights
win the
everywhere.
game that way.
Just
So,
a
hey,
neon
guys,
room.
We have the players back in, and we will get.
I don't
to
really.
game
I was talking about
3
this
going
with some people
to
earlier.
best
DFH
of
Stadium.
5
Why is the
series.
box
Kings
around
of
the goal
Urban
like so weird? I wish it was just a
versus
regular
Maka
shape. I know they're trying to be fancy and make
Good
oh
matchup so
hexagon
far.
map, but
All
I just
tied
want to
up.
see a box on
Kings
the
of
ground, you
Urban,
know.
I believe taking down
I love
Rocket League the
boxes.
last time they met. But here we go. We have players joining up. We'll go on board with Jacob, who scored the goal from that beautiful pass from Sad Junior.
The foam
in last
finger.
game.
I think Jacob's tried to match up the color of his car with the foam hat. Something I've tried to do before. I find that sun damaged green and metallic pearl yellow is the way to go. I don't know what Jacob's just gone for. It's not a perfect match, but it's not far off. From certain angles it looks bang on, but then as the car turns around you see it's not perfect.
That pass. Turbo does
Go,
get it
Jacob.
by, continues to
Beautiful.
go for it. Forcing the issue, Jacob. You gotta love him with that foam champion hat, fearless. And with his RLCS second place, he's gonna have
Jacob's
about
foam hat in the
100
RLCS is
foam
amazing.
fingers.
Yeah, I know exactly. Amazon's gonna have a lot of trouble trying to fulfill that many Amazon Prime orders, I'm sure.
Just a spike of foam finger sales. But there you see
Oh.
Jacob taking out Pashy and
Oh,
Sicky.
That was a reasonable shot from
Sniper
Sniper as well.
Block.
I don't know if it was going
But
in.
what an error.
I feel
assault by
like
Jacob.
hitting the
Getting
crossbar there
Pashy out of the
might
way.
have
Now
been
Turbo, the
better
last
than shooting it
member
on
from
target
Rocket
though.
Back,
Might
does
have been
get it by
better.
Jacob.
Depends where Sad Junior was. I didn't see where Sad was.
Mocket
If Sad
on
was
the
ready to
assault
follow
right.
up, then maybe hitting the crossbar was better for Sad to rebound.
Drives for both teams so far. Oh man, if only Jacob was able to keep his nose up in the air and had some boost, I'm sure he was able to follow that up and make it that a little bit more of a dangerous
Sicky with the
play.
windmill.
Solid defensive play
Maneuver.
again from Mocket as always.
Sniper's just like sitting in the goal. Alright,
Touching
that's
it
gonna
right
work this
down.
time.
Easy one for Sniper to handle. Sniper
That's
getting
weird.
beat there by
I don't know why Sniper left ball cam on for so long. By leaving ball cam on, his camera was only looking up and he couldn't see what was directly in front of him, which was an oncoming defender. And he just got beaten to the ball. He didn't even know that somebody was coming.
Now all three players up for Kings of
But if he
Urban.
turned
Oh, you
off
can
ball
see,
cam, he would have been able to see. He
two
would have been
players
able to
falling
see
back just in
the
time, but
defender
getting
coming.
boost, keeping this assault up for Kings of Urban. Oh, Sniper with the dunk.
That's a really, really good play by Jacob, dribbling that ball straight back to Sad. That is a really good pass by Sad. Turbo just screwed up, I think. I don't know how Turbo was out of position for this. It looks like he screwed up by coming too far forward in the box. He probably didn't think that Sad was going to do that.
Taking the early lead. We'll see if they can hold it. As we've got 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in this game. A beautiful pass to Sicky in the mid. Sicky not able to make the play. And now Jacob trying to get this out of the Kings of Urban side.
What is that aerial by Turbo? That was weird. I mean, it didn't really take him out the game for too much, but I mean, he's never actually going to hit the ball there. Except, like, one time in 100. He's just getting beaten to the ball. He's got to intercept it in midair, which is so difficult.
Really, difficult position to get that. So.
Oh yeah, of course Jacob's going to wear foam hat to the RLCS line. I certainly hope so. He should wear one every game. I want to see foam hats everywhere at the RLCS line. That would be hilarious. I want one. I want to go and I want a foam hat. Reasonable play by Pashi. They're rolling off the wall.
Block. Oh my! Sad Jr. almost doing the impossible there. Getting block after block, keeping Kings of Urban on the attack.
Pashi is probably the player who gets the most successful fakes in 3v3, but he's also the player who goes for the most fakes. He just tries to fake all the time. So sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. That time it didn't work.
Falling back to get boost. Sniper puts it into the corner for Sad to try to get rid of. Sad up the wall. Does get that pass out into the mid. Pashi doesn't get the greatest touch, leaving it open for Sniper to get
James, how come you're still awake? Did you like stay up all night?
Sad.
Oh, no way.
Right in front of net, and
How is nobody there for that?
Clear this one out.
Yeah, that was
Not the best shot by Pashi. He definitely wanted to hit that high.
So close to putting that one in. You can't. I mean, there's like no.
It's not actually easy to do ground shots like that, like
Especially because Sad doesn't have
100%
the ball
consistently.
in front of that ball. So anyone trying to clear
Top
that out,
players,
it's
especially
probably gonna
1v1 players,
Sad.
make it look easy, but it is not easy to do that.
Oh!
What a finish. Well done.
Sicky coming up big.
Oh,
with
you're
this one in
at
the right
work,
corner.
James. Rip, dude.
This was
You
really
tired?
unlucky for KOU
Oh,
right
that team
there.
play.
That's a fantastic pass by
Man, what a
Turbo.
great read
Really,
by
really good
Sicky.
pass.
Way to be
Sicky's
heads
just
up. When you're
in the
cheating
perfect
forward in
position
that
for it.
position, if you are at a position like that and
Was that your
cheating forward,
plan, James? Did you
obviously
plan to stay up all
can't
night, dude?
so you need
Wow.
to have your eyes peeled for any passes that come upfield and towards you. You need to be ready.
I can actually, I've got access to Scrub Killer and Marky Duda's dashboards. I could host myself, but I feel like that's kind of cheeky. I don't know if I should do that. Host myself. I just realized
Yeah,
I
you
could
gotta
do
wonder
that.
if,
We're seeing the goalkeepers queuing up in the net again. Like, one of these guys shouldn't be in the net. They should be. I think it was Pashi probably that time, like, cut in front. He probably should just hang about at the back post. Give himself the option to use the wall.
Pashi
with a
the mind
fake.
game, Gets it. Oh, Sniper gets a touch. It's still not out of danger. until
Pretty
Sad
opportunistic by Turbo
comes
to go
in
up so early.
to make that save.
What up,
That
Humi? How you
was
doing?
super scary. It was a great play by Sniper, but what made that really great was the fact that Sad was ready on the wall, Spider-Maning on the wall, ready to make the clear, because you saw that Sniper wasn't really able to do much other than tip it away, but it was still, you know.
I'll ask Scrub. Scrub's online. I'll ask him, can I host myself?
That probably would have been a goal for Rocket.
Ooh, Sicky almost getting that goal there. Single-handedly stressing the Kings of Urban defense. A good flick by Sniper, blocked by Pashi. And
This
now
should be a
it's
pass
between
back.
Turbo
I think
and Sad. Sad
Turbo
gets
was
the
trying to
win.
hit that ball
It's
like
gonna be off the
towards
backboard.
the
Pashi
Kings of Urban
missed
side
it.
of the pitch
But
when
Turbo
there was
there
actually
bringing
so
up
much
Kings
space in
of
front of
Urban.
Pashi. A
Still
knockdown
on
pass
result.
would have been perfect right there.
You're seeing
But it looked
tons
like
and
Turbo
tons
was
of
going
strong
for
rotational
just a
players
knock-on
from these different
into the Kings of
teams.
Urban
Like, as
half,
soon as they get it into
given the
other
angle of
team's
his
half,
car,
it's just shot
which
after
is,
shot.
I don't think is
And
effective.
that's how you break down a defense. Eventually, they're gonna make a mistake. They might
Thanks for the host, James. Thanks for the host, dude. 7 viewers, damn. Got some lurkers, man.
And there we have it. Overtime. Game 3 tied 1-1. 1-1.
I asked Scrub if I can
in
host myself. He
the
said that he
series.
doesn't
This
know.
is
So
the
here it comes.
International Finals, round 1.
Here it comes. This is the
between
power
Rocket and
that I
Kings of Urban,
have.
and it's shot by
Oh, man,
Sicky.
Sicky
Sicky
again.
ends it so quickly into overtime.
Not like this. 8 seconds in. Sad Jr. unfortunately missing the clear off of the wall. He really wanted to power clear that to the other side of the field, but he just missed the touch. It comes off the backboard.
I want to see that
Missing
again,
the clear
actually.
off-
By
No,
Sicky.
not like
Sicky
this.
ends
Oops.
overtime.
By Sicky,
Game
by
3
Sicky.
tied 1-1. 1-1.
Oh, thanks
in
for the host,
this
Scrub.
series. This is the
19 viewers.
International
Amazing.
Finals,
I'm the best.
round 1.
Yeah, Sad
Rocket
just
and
missing the
Kings
wall
of Urban, and
clear.
it's shot by Sicky.
Sad could have
Sicky
double
ends
jumped
it
here
so
to
quickly into
guarantee that he would
overtime.
hit this. By flipping, he makes his hitbox closer to the wall.
Sad Jr.
If he just
missing the clear
like
off
went
of
up the
He
wall
really
and
wanted to
double
power clear
jumped,
that
he
to
would
the
have hit
other
that
side
ball.
of
But
the
by
field, but just
front
missed the
flipping,
touch.
the
It
ball
comes
just
off
is
the
too far
backboard.
away.
We've talked about, everyone talks about how dangerous to let that ball bounce in
I
from
mean,
off
people
the
prefer to
backboard.
front flip because you get more power, but you can get a surprising amount of power on the clear. If you just wait for the ball to bounce and then double jump into it, you can easily get it over the halfway line, which is plenty of distance.
EU We'll get the next
So
map
Sad Junior,
loaded
he
up,
definitely
but
should have just gone for a
shots
double
coming
jump
out
there.
and pressure from both sides. That game could
He
have
wasn't
gone
close to
either
hitting.
way.
Well,
If
he was close to hitting it, but I mean, he
for
just whiffed it
Rocket EU,
completely.
they
He
want
didn't even
to try
just
to
hit it
stay
weakly.
in this winner's bracket
It was just a complete
moving
whiff.
forward, but very impressive performance by Mocket and great team play to tie that goal up. The pass from Turbo, as you can see, he does have 2 assists.
I'm not sure how
He's
intentional
playing
the
scoring
second assist from Turbo was. It was just
guy
kind of a
with 2 goals.
hit. Thanks for the host, Jesse. I appreciate it, man. Let me host myself from Marky's Twitch as well.
We have another Rocket Labs map.
I mean, I have been hosting everybody from these channels. I've been spreading the love.
Really, really interesting.
This is very cheeky though. This is very cheeky. Easy. Oh, I'm so good. Oh, I'm the best.
Being able to overcome a 1-goal deficit and win.
So many hosts.
They did clutch it, which is something Mocket EU
But I've given so many people hosts from Marky. There it is. There's the good position by Pesci, hanging about at the back post, giving himself the option of using the wall.
And now we've got game.
I do love to spread butter. I like to butter up my crumpets.
Kings of Urban trying to get back in this one.
I was thinking of a pretty cool game mode. Imagine if you had to play this map, but one of your players is only allowed to be on like the ramp on the right, one of your players is only allowed to be on the ramp on the left, and one of the guys is in the middle. And both teams have to operate by those rules. I wonder how much it would just turn into a 1v1 in the middle though. Thanks to the host, Torx. Hosted me with yourself, I appreciate it, dude. A host is a host.
Jacob passes it over for Pesci.
Of course, backboard hits are so high off of because of the angled wall and underpass. That's a really bad hit by Sad Junior though.
It was really,
Passing
really
in middle.
close right there, but things going in the way of KOU. Man, just these goal line stops for KOU right now. Doing some great defensive work, but really,
Sad's
they need to
very
play
ambitiously
Mocket's
going for the ball off the ramp.
Give themselves some of this pressure that Mocket is putting on.
Yes.
Very ambitious
They're
by
doing
Sad.
just
He's
that.
just ramping up
Sad
everything, having some
falling back
fun.
for boost, but a lot of
He's
times
at
we
the
see
skate
these
park.
Rocket Lab maps, they are generally low scoring and very defensive because teams are still not as experienced playing on these maps just yet. They're not as used to anticipating the bounces and making those immediate bounce off the
Do you know
wall
why I feel like
plays.
teams can't score on this map?
We
It's
will
because for
see
some
a
reason
little bit of
people are
slower
thinking,
gameplay,
oh,
not as
high
fast
ceiling.
as plays.
We must use this
So
high
it's
ceiling
great
and
to
do
see
aerials
Rocket
from
Lab
monstrous
come and
heights, which
play
are
at a
probably
high
getting
level.
saved because you have
And
10
I
years
think
to
Sad Junior, that's
judge the
second
arc of the
time I've
ball.
seen him do one of
Like,
these
I feel like
backflips.
grounded
Only
play
when
on
they
this
come
map
back
is the way
to the ball,
forward.
it's a
Just
really
keep the ball in the
awkward
middle, keep it on the
situation.
ground,
And
go
doing
for
a right
shots.
swivel kick is often not always the best thing.
Aerials
Sometimes
are
you
too
just accidentally
predictable.
pop it straight up into the air instead
You
of
have
the
so
defense has
long to
gotten
see
timed
somebody
out really well.
like going
Make
up.
sure that he's not only hitting
You
the
don't
ball,
even
but
see that many
hitting
like
it.
super high
Pretty
aerials
significant
resulting in goals in a
distance
regular
away
map,
from
so
those
why would like
teams
an
have.
even higher aerial
Very
result in a
impressive.
goal
Oh man,
on this
what a
map?
read by Sad there, too, with the
That was a
great save.
Oh, and
top-notch
that's gonna
pass,
be
by the
on
way.
target. Turbo
Well done.
not able to get back in time,
That was
and
such a good
Sniper
pass by
opens
Sad.
up the score sheet for Kings of
Like
Urban.
that was a great pass by
Great
Siki
play right there.
Pashi,
Look
but
at Sniper
Sad Junior
really
getting a
aware he
clear
was
and a
out
pass
of
with the
position
same
trying to rotate
touch.
back, but saw
Turbo
the
getting
pass
caught
there.
off guard a little bit.
Was able to turn around in time, and they just caught Mocket EU a little bit overcommitted.
And now, again, we find Mocket EU down by 1. We'll see if they can make this comeback happen yet again.
It's lucky you. I don't know. Oh, this was the Kings of Urban pick.
Who scored the 2
I
goals
can't
for
believe
Mocket
teams are
EU
not
the
banning. How
previous
many
game.
bans do you even get?
As he dodges
What
that
was
bump, and now
that
the
play by Sniper?
Catastrophe in front of net for Kings of Urban, and Siki makes the
I
most of it.
don't see the point of that
Man,
attack
again,
by
not
Sniper.
like
Like,
this
what's
was
that
a
demo
really
gonna
bad
accomplish?
miscommunication on KU's defense.
What's
Sniper
that demo
totally
gonna
didn't
accomplish?
get
And
it
meanwhile,
all
like
the
the
way
other
and
two players of
completely
Kings of
opening
Urban,
up. Not only did
I don't
they
know if they
not
didn't
get
know that
it,
Sniper had
there
gone
was
on a
nobody
like
left
nature
to
trail
defend
adventure
the
to the
goal
opposition half, or they just
Really
like figured that they
unfortunate
could
stuff right
defend
there.
it,
That
get a
was
hard
not
clear.
the prettiest
Oh,
play.
beautiful
Face-off
kickoff strategy
goal
by
by
Kings of
Hextall
Urban.
exploded.
Really, really great play. Let's just you
I
know,
really hope that KOU
just miss the ball, cheat to the side, get the boost in the corner. 10 out of 10. I don't see any flaws in this whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that they're, you know, just solid against whatever mucky you throw at them. Oh, just kidding, they lost a goal.
Why?
And
Why?
James Bott is getting frustrated on the cast.
Ah!
It's just unbelievable how stupid these teams are. They're so stupid. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, totally worth the boost.
What
But
was
now
this?
Kings
Like,
Suburban is
I feel like we
down
need to
2-1.
do this
Off goal, my
more
head is
justice.
scored the
Let's
2 goals
just
for
think about
Monkey
what
U
are they
in the
doing
free-
here?
See,
On KOU's defense.
What on
Sniper's
earth
bullying
goes through Kings of
Jacob out
Urban's
of the way
mind?
and
What are they
giving
trying to
opening
do?
up. Not only did they
So
not
let's
get the clear, but then
you
there
know,
was nobody
give them the
left
time of day.
to
Try and
defend
figure
the
out
line.
what is going on inside their
Really
heads
unfortunate stuff right
as we
there.
pause it right here. Okay. So we have Sad Jr. cheating off to this side. So he wants to get into a position to aggress the ball in this sort of area. Therefore, Jacob should be pushing it to that side. But instead, we see Jacob take a fast kickoff, which is almost always going to hit the ball to this side of the pitch. So that is either a mechanical misplay, because it is worth pointing out, if Jacob does the fast kickoff, hits the ball slightly on this side of the ball, like on the side that's closer to the bottom of the field, then he can almost always force it up the way because he'll hit it into his opponent and he'll bounce between them and keep going that way. In which case, this is fine. Sad Jr. and Sniper are on the right side of the pitch. Regardless of whether Jacob wins or loses the kickoff, they're good to go. But Jacob just whiffs it, and then they look like idiots. Like, why don't they just leave Sniper in net? Or leave Sad... Why doesn't one of them just stay in net instead of committing everybody to this side of the pitch? Because whatever Sniper can do from this position, he can almost certainly do from the goal, and more. So this doesn't make any sense whatsoever to have two people. They're both in the same, like, area. They're both cheating into the same area. I don't know, like what this is about. Did he miss the boost as well? Did he just drive around it? We'll see on the replay maybe.
That was not the prettiest in there. A face-off goal. My head is
I don't know.
exploding.
If you're like 100% confident that you can execute that kickoff, the fast kickoff. Although, the other thing that's noteworthy is that this is the double diagonal kickoff. If, for whatever reason, Mokiyu decide to send the person opposite Jacob at the ball, then Jacob doing this kickoff does not have a 100% like chance of putting the ball to the side of the pitch that they're trying to operate on. It doesn't have a 100% chance to do that. In case it's actually more like 50-50, it could go left or right. But if Pashy's the one to go for this kickoff and they know that Pashy's going for it and Jacobs is like confident in his ability to hit this 10 times out of 10, then sure, go for it. Sad Jr. can cheat up, you're going to benefit most of the time. But mechanical mistakes happen. Like, it's such a difficult thing to execute on a controller to do the fast kickoff, like to the absolute perfect point of the ball. You have to hit the perfect point of the ball for this to work, and they don't do it. And then meanwhile, we just have
can stay, in the mental game and not
I don't
get
know,
tilted
somebody
from
getting
these
boosted in the
last two
corner.
goals, 'cause these were really unfortunate
knows
and
what
really,
that's
they've gotta
about.
be so frustrated to lose 2 goals and give up their lead. So
regardless of whether what they were trying to do or what their plan was with that fast kickoff, regardless of what it was, Sniper could have done whatever he was thinking he was going to do in the corner. He could have done more from the goal.
I'm out of net being boost and we get scored on. I'm like, don't worry guys, I got the boost. It's okay.
If players want to do the fast kickoff more reliably, it's much easier on keyboard and mouse.
With just 2 minutes left.
One of the advantages, of course, of keyboard and mouse is as soon as you press left or right, respectively, you have full lock on the steering wheel. It's like, imagine if you're steering and it just went like, to full lock in the blink of an eye. That's the advantage of a keyboard. With the analog stick, it's more of a, turn, like a gradual turn. Also, there's more room for error with multi-directional. What a block by Siki! Well played.
He thought about going for that double
Oops,
touch, but realized
punching
he
my
did
microphone.
not have enough boost.
We just saw multiple reads.
But
on
you
Rocket
can
where
actually
he was
turn
able to
quicker.
intercept the trajectory of the
Oh! What was that save by Siki? Or that clear?
right there.
What a redirect though
Oh
by
my
Jacob.
goodness, the defense from
That was
Rocket
beautiful.
is just too strong right now.
Siki
They are
somehow
known
got
for their
that
defense.
clear out of
We
the
saw
middle.
it quite a bit.
Turbo,
in Rocket
what is
Royale
that?
and the
What
RLCS,
on
and
earth
these labs
is
maps
he doing? Alright, get down, Turbo.
Really
Get down, mate.
tightening down, playing solid defense. Turbo going up against Jacob.
Oh. That was
What was I talking?
Players for Rocket. running
Maki,
into
you are
each
all
other,
over the place.
blasting off into outer space. Jacob trying
Go!
to get that redirect.
Oh!
Wow!
goodness.
Oh, come on! This is like a comedy game right here. Kings of Urban, I can't believe they haven't scored. They've been robbed.
Turbo was perfectly positioned.
Oh
for
yeah,
that shot.
keyboards.
That's an
So
insane
keyboards you can
redirect.
turn quicker, but you can
Jacob
also
in the
like change
corner.
the sensitivity on DS3 tool for PlayStation controllers to make your analog stick like hit 100% on the turning
So now
circle like
Rocket EU just
within
30
half the
seconds
distance.
left in this
So you
game.
don't need to like fully push it over there. It's just like you move it
Ashy
halfway
versus Sniper.
and
This
bam,
one's gonna be
you're
a
full
free
turn.
goal if Turbo can
You just
get the
feel
hit.
quicker.
He
Oh,
does,
buddy.
and that's gonna be
Feel more
it.
nippy, but you've also got to be more precise with your movement.
Really unfortunate. Sniper, the last person back, has to make this challenge, but just accidentally pops it right into the wall and it just centers for Make. Easy goal.
I mean, you can kind of forgive Kings of Urban for being a little bit aggressive at the end of the game. They're down 1 with 20 seconds, so it's fine.
Kings of Urban down into the losers bracket.
Yeah, imagine
of
like
this
swapping.
finals. It is double elimination.
Yeah, Sniper did start in the corner, Jesse, but if they want to cheat from middle, Sniper should have gone to the goal. On that kickoff that we talked about a lot, if they want to have middle cheat instead of side cheat, you just send your guy who starts in the corner straight to the goal. That's a fantastic goal, by the way. Beautiful play by Sad, and even better by Jacob, I would say. I don't know if you can change the sensitivity on Xbox 360 controllers, but I would imagine the answer to that question is yes. I would imagine the answer is yes, you can. I don't know what Psyonix's thoughts are on the matter, though. Like, I know lots of players do that. They increase the sensitivity on their controllers.
Sniper did have a chance. Jacob keeping it up, and that block
James
from Turbo
being enthusiastic about that chance. It was never going to go in, but... So that's going to give it 3-1 to Makiyu, advancing in the winners... finals? No, into the... Yeah, they're winners semis. Yeah, winners semis. And losers bracket for KOU. Not that surprising, to be honest. 3-1 is a pretty expected score. 3-1 or 3-0.
I can't even get over that pass from Jacob because I saw him drive up the ramp and launch off of it, and that's so cool to see a player utilize that, you know, unique part of that map, and it was just such an impressive display of mechanical skill. So
James pointed the Rocket League logo straight at the camera. What a guy.
Super entertaining. So.
Yeah, Jacob definitely deserving some.
It's probably just an empty cup, like those people on news programs. These guys stressful. James, what on earth is this? All the memorabilia.
Moving on, and we will have the next matchup coming up.
He's totally stressed out, casting.
NZXT, the H4.
Why would you increase the sensitivity on controllers? Is if you want to get turning quicker, like to remove the time it would take for you to turn left or right.
But really awesome series. Market EU coming out big for the EU.
Some players feel like it makes them move quicker. You just feel faster. I was talking to Marky Duda when he did it the first time, and he just said that he felt really quick. He felt like he was moving about brilliantly fast. But anyway, that does it. Mocky U 3-1 over Kings of Urban. Not a surprising result for people who had been paying attention in the run-up. What a Twitter picture by Turbo.
Market EU tweets at Rocket League Central saying, "Hello, stream lol. Hashtag Rocket Royale." Well, hello, Turbo, and congrats.
Is there really that few people tweeting at Rocket Royale during these events that they have to show this tweet?
We didn't see Wasteland in there too, right?
No, it's not a shame we didn't see Wasteland. I hate Wasteland.
Nope.
Wasteland can... Yeah.
But yeah,
Enough said.
definitely big congrats to Mocket, really putting on a show.